So important to take care of your health, because if you don't, there are things that can go on deep within your body, and there is nothing that a technology can do to help you. There's nothing technology can do to help you. So it's very, very important to make sure you're eating to live, that you're giving to the poor, that you live your life in a manner to where you're not doing harm to yourself, to anyone else. And when you eat yourself to death, you're not just harming yourself, you're harming your loved ones. You're harming people who may need your help, because now you're depriving them of your wisdom because you're too sick. And of course, when you're an animal flesh eater, you're harming innocent animals, God's children. Plenty of sunshine, plenty of exercise. If you're not doing that, I don't care how many colonoscopies you get. If you are consistently eating and drinking things without fiber, colon cancer will come. And there is nothing that a doctor can do to save you. Only the Lord's Mother Nature can save you. You better understand that. You had better understand that. Please like, share, and share. We have a food drive coming up, brothers and sisters. Our next food drive to feed the homeless, the children, the impoverished, the hungry is coming up Friday, October the 3rd. Friday, October the 3rd. We return to the slums and we fulfill the mandate of the true religion of Yahushua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ. And that is living a life in service of others. So if you are struggling in any area of your life, if you need extra blessings, extra karma, you reap what you sow. Sow a seed of life of $1,000 towards the feeding of the homeless children and their families Friday, October the 3rd. That's our next missionary initiatives. We do not cancel missionary initiatives. I don't. I tithe most of what I earn from the online store back into the missionary work, whether you help or not, because I understand that it is only the givers who will not lack financially. It's the givers who will not lack in their health. It is those who give who have their prayers prioritized by the Most High God. And I want you to be under his full protection and covering in your life. We have to give to the poor. We must serve them. We must feed the hungry. We must give them hope. Sow your seed of life for $1,000 for the Friday, October the 3rd food drive. We do this the first Friday of every single month. No excuses. Everyone listening to the sound of my voice, you should know that by now. The first Friday of every month, we feed the hungry, the homeless, the poor, the suffering in some of the most horrendous, dilapidated third world poverty that you could imagine. Cash App $ Minister of Wellness. Cash App $ Minister of Wellness to sow your seed of life, love, and peace. Zelle is right there on the screen. It's right there on the screen. PayPal.me/Minister of Wellness. PayPal.me/Minister of Wellness. The Minister of Wellness.com/give. Credit or debit card. The Minister of Wellness.com/give. When you give to the poor, you are lending to the Lord. He will repay you. He will repay you in your time of need. If you have blood in your stool, that's a huge red flag. If you're bleeding out of your rectum, that's a hallmark sign of colon cancer. Okay? If you're bleeding in your rectum, you got problems. You're not eating fiber. You're not eating fiber. Don't put anything in your mouth without fiber. It's a sin. Okay? It's a sin. I am the apostle of health. And the Lord told me to tell you it is a sin to eat or drink anything without fiber, because we need fiber to push the waste out of our body without it being a strain. So if you have blood stains on toilet paper after you take a dookie, if you have dark or bright red patches on your doo-doo and your rectum is bleeding, may the Most High have mercy. You need to start eating the liver. You need to go on a fruit fast immediately. You need to go on an immediate fruit fast. Okay, you got to stop the chicken. You got to stop the fish. Jesus did not eat fish. Leviticus 11 is not the dietary laws. There are no dietary laws from the living God that gives you the right to murder for the satisfaction of your flesh. Every nourishment for our body comes from the soil. Persistent changes in bowel habits. Okay, these changes could be constipation, diarrhea, narrowing of frequency. So if you having persistent changes in your doo-doo, then this is a red flag. Colorectal patients often complain of changes in bowel habits. And again, these are easily dismissed. And I'm not saying not to do a colonoscopy. You just better not put your hope in that. If you feel like you need to go and waste money and time getting these getting your early detections, if that's going to help your butt. But if you don't make the changes and the doctor not going to push you towards the change, they're not going to tell you to fruit fast and get on your H3O2. That's the water from the fruits and the vegetables. They're not going to do that. They're going to terrify you in the toxic treatments. Knowing them, they'll tell you just to remove your colon, your stomach, and everything. If you have constant fatigue, see, so many people have constant fatigue and you just popping coffee. No, that could be a link to colorectal cancer. If you sleeping and you need naps all the time, chronic tiredness, weakness, dizziness, that can result from slow blood loss. You know, you can lose blood so slowly. Fatigue is not normal. You're supposed to be energetic. If you're not energetic, your colon's jacked up. You need to get on a fruit fast. Grapes, citrus fruits, berries, and melons. Grapes, citrus fruits, berries, and melons. Book a consultation with me, 888-847-8026. Book a one-on-one consultation with me, 888-847-8026. theministerofwellness.com, theministerofwellness.com. All consultations come with a 25% off store-wide discount code. I can do 30 minutes or an hour, Zoom or phone. But if you're confused, you're having some of these symptoms, you're unsure, maybe you have some other conditions such as diabetes, then I can point you in the right direction of the proper type of fruit fast for your comorbidity. Amen. If you have unexplained weight loss, that's an early symptom of colon cancer. If you ain't working out or nothing and you just start losing weight, like I said, you in trouble. You need to have a holistic doctor, because if you go to the conventional ones with these symptoms, they're going to terrify you and they're going to use you like a lab rat and put you on a bucket of medications. I'm sorry, a bucket of poisons. What's wrong with me calling that garbage medication? Medicine comes from God's nature. That's poison. If you have a disregard, incomplete dookie, so you dookie, but you feel like you have to dookie, that's a sign of colon cancer. You've been on the toilet for 30 minutes, but you get up and you feel like you got 10 more pounds of doo-doo in you. Okay? So that can be a blockage in your colon or a tumor growth. So it's important to consult your holistic naturopathic doctor, your black holistic naturopathic doctor. You should have a black herbalist in your area. You should have a black chiropractor. You must have a team of black-owned natural healers, medical professionals that you are going to. Amen. I really appreciate it when you support the Minister of Wellness online store. Most of the proceeds go towards our missionary initiatives serving the poor. When you serve the poor, God got your back. So go to theministerofwellness.com, theministerofwellness.com. We have sea moss, dull seaweed for iron. We have vitamin D, vitamin K2, other vitamins and minerals, all 5 of my books, over 60 herbal extracts, and more. Everything you need for your health. theministerofwellness.com online store. High potency, high quality, and that assurance and extra blessings of knowing that the extra proceeds are going to helping those in need. Yes, my supplements are higher. Yes, they are higher. I admit that. It is on purpose. It's not only because of the potency and my supplements being organic. I stand behind the Minister of Wellness label and approved supplements. But again, brothers and sisters, it is because I need as much profit as possible on top of the manufacturing costs, so that I can fill in the gaps, the financial gaps of supporting our orphans, supporting the food drives, supporting the sanitary pad drives, supporting the poor and the widows and the less fortunate. theministerofwellness.com _store, theministerofwellness.com _store, 888-847-8026, 888-847-8026, 888-847-8026, theministerofwellness.com. Please don't get comfortable, brothers and sisters. Don't get comfortable. A lot of you rushed and purchased the immune support emergency stash when that Chinese virus was starting to spread. Now you're not hearing about it. Don't get comfortable. Make sure you have your 7 bottles of my most powerful herbal extract for your immune system, the immune support emergency stash. You get 7 bottles of my powerful immune support herbal extract, which is a mixture of powerful herbs for the immune system. You get all 7 for 50% off, no promo code needed. theministerofwellness.com, theministerofwellness.com, theministerofwellness.com. Remember, most of the profits from the online store also goes right into feeding the missionary work. When you give to the poor, that also helps boost your immune system. 888-847-8026 if you need help placing an order, any questions, comments, or concerns. 888-847-8026, 888-847-8026. The Black Health Disparities Package is designed to attack those comorbidities that makes viruses more deadly. That's what it's designed for. So if you need an extra boost along with your fruit fasting and getting rid of these comorbidities, these diseases that is putting you at high risk of death when the next pandemic comes, the Black Health Disparities Package is for you. The fat loss, the reduced inflammation, the blood sugar balance, lower blood pressure and cholesterol, and the immune support herbal extract. You get these top 5 together to attack all diseases at one time. You get them together in a package for 50% off, no promo code needed. theministerofwellness.com, theministerofwellness.com, theministerofwellness.com. Always remember that most of the proceeds from my online store, while you're helping your health, you're also helping your health in knowing that most of those proceeds are going into serving the poor. 888-847-8026, 888-847-8026, 888-847-8026. So these are some of the signs, brothers and sisters. If you look in the description box, I have very important links. The Prevent and Reverse All Disease playlist. I have a colon cancer video that I did dedicated to the Black Panther Chadwick Boseman, who died in his 40s from colon cancer. It's a fiber deficiency disease. And then also my very important series on food addiction, because we're food addicts. We're addicted to our own genocide. And several other important links to lead you all on the path of life or in the description box of this video.